Break the Board Sports. Click that like, hit subscribe. I'm your host, RJ Cash, here with Break the Board, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicapping. 20 years in the business, helping people now handicap their own games as much as possible. Going to get into Thursday night football here. We got the Falcons at the Bucs coming off a 6-3 NFL Sunday and running the table Saturday in college football, and Friday going 3-1 in college football, and Thursday having the Lions money line to get home. Last night, had the win. We gave out Chargers in the under in a 6-point teaser. That comes home for us. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. So here we go. Thursday night. Oh, NFC South showdown. We got Atlanta going to Tampa Bay to face Baker and the Bucs. Baker Mayfield would have had an unbelievable Sunday, but I money line parlayed the Bucs with the Packers. Packers was one of my favorite bets along with Jacksonville. And I thought, you know what? I'll just cheat. I mean, the Packers will beat the Saints, right? I'll just cheat. Just goes to show you can't cheat in handicapping. If it looks too good to be true, stay away. And Baker Mayfield, he's been that for me his whole career, going back to a huge $15,000 loss. Never forget it, in that Rose Bowl when he was with Oklahoma. Baker just cannot get it done. Now, granted, Tampa Bay's had a bunch of injuries, but really there's two issues with this game, and they're both at the incompetency of the head coaches. Raheem Morris and Todd Bowles, two guys that continue to have a job for unbeknownst reason to me. Both of them stink, especially Raheem Morris. The fact that he still has a job just blows my mind. So even though they're supposed to be defensive coordinators, I'm not sure how much defense you'll really see. Now, Tampa Bay's laying 4.5 at home, over under 44.5. Weather is supposed to be good. If you remember this past Sunday in Tampa, just 4 days ago, from Thursday. Thursday will be 4 days from Sunday. Field was really tore up from all the rain, all the weather. So it'd be interesting, the cutting and all that for the offensive players, how that works out and how good that grounds crew gets the field back in shape. But the total 44.5 right now, 52% ticket count on the over, 48% ticket count on the under. 67% of the handle under, 33% of the handle is to the over for this one. As far as the side, Tampa Bay getting overwhelming love, 76% of bets, 75% of the handle, 24% of ticket count, 25% of the handle going to the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons have played to the over 5 of their last 6, but hot Atlanta, not so hot. 1-7 over their last 8 games, but the Buccaneers may just be what the doctor ordered. Falcons 4-2 straight up their last 6 versus the Bucs, and 5-2 ATS the last 7 versus the Bucs. Falcons, very hard for them to win on the road. They do not play well. 1-5 straight up on the road. They're 3-7 against the spread their last 10 versus NFC East opponents. 1-5 ATS their last 6 versus teams in the NFC South. And the month of December, as you would think, taking the dome team outside has just not been their friend. 4-10 straight up their last 14. Now the Bucs, they haven't covered in any of their last 5 games either, and they're just 1-4 straight up in that time frame. Bucs 1-7 ATS their last 8 home games. Hard to believe. Now I know Evans been in and out of the lineup. They just got Godwin back. Ibuka's been in and out. Like, I know the Bucs have had all these injuries, but man, when you look at it, to only be 1-7 ATS their last 8 home games, even if they were to win the NFC South, which I feel like Carolina's a better team right now, you just got to think the Bucs are probably going to draw like a Seattle or an LA that first round, and it's going to be one and done for them. 1, Bowles will get out coached. 2, Baker Mayfield will throw like 3 picks. So the upside is Baker is 5-1 his last 6 versus the NFC South opponents. When you look at scoring, 27th in the league is Atlanta. 19.4 points per game. Dreadful. Tampa Bay, 18th best. They're averaging 23 points per game. Atlanta's defense with that great Raheem Morris, ranked 20th in the league, giving up 24 points per game. Ranked 23rd is the Bucs, giving up 25 points per game. There is Tampa. When you look into it, Atlanta comes in 4-9 straight up. 5-7-1 ATS. Bucs 7-6 straight up. 5-8 ATS. Bucs really need a win here against the Falcons, one, just to get back on track, two, they're in a tie right now with Carolina, and Carolina has a little bit of an easier road to hoe here down the stretch. Bucks 3-3 at home, Falcons 2-5 on the road. Now, head to head, Bucks won the prior meeting earlier this year in Atlanta 23-20, but again, that Bucks loss to the Saints really puts a bad taste in my mouth. Falcons, again, they've taken 4 of the last 6, and in those 4, if you date back to 2023, those last 6 matchups, only one time has the game been decided by more than 6 points, and that was the first one back there in 2023, where the Falcons won that game by 30-17. And since then, it's been 16-13 Falcons, 29-25 Bucks, 36-30 Falcons in overtime, 31-26 Falcons, and 23-20 Bucks this year. So typically, these two teams play each other extremely tough when they hook up. Now, first half spread, Falcons 13-6 over their last 19 ATS in the first half. Right now, they're catching +2.5. If you've just been blindly following that, you're up 6.2 units, a 28% ROI. The Bucks have hit the game total over in 9 of their last 11 home games. That would have put you up 6.8 units, 56% return on your investment. Falcons have played to the under 5 of their last 9 road games. But team total over for the Falcons, 12-8 over the last 20, put you up 2.8 units. And that's a bet that I think is something you might want to look at. Atlanta's team total over 19.5 minus $1.25. I feel like, again, I know Michael Penix is out, Kirk Cousins is in the saddle, but you got Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drigling. You would think Falcons could somehow get to 20 points in this game, or at least you would like to think that. Obviously, Bijan Robinson, anytime touchdown, though it's minus 155. Definitely something to look at there. If you're looking at the Bucks, Bucky Irving plus $1.20. I would rather lean Ibuka plus 130. But my favorite, even though he's the favorite on the board, is Bijan minus $1.55. Again, I know that's a little bit of a square play because he's got the longest shot, but it's what I like. Seattle beat Atlanta last week in Atlanta 37-9. Absolutely walked the dog on them. But Atlanta has played people close. They went to New England and only lost by 1. They went to San Francisco, lost by 10. Went to Indy, lost by 6. Went to Carolina, or hosted Carolina, lost by 3. Went to the Jets, lost by 3. So other than the Seattle romping, Atlanta's been right there in all of them. Kind of the same with the Bucks, except they had that blemish against the Rams 34-7 and then that 44-32 blemish there at Buffalo. When I look at this game, I think one of the best ways to take it, I don't know if I'll get to the window. I don't like either one of these teams. I don't like either one of the coaches. But I think if you're looking at from the aspect of a 7-point teaser, if that total can get down to 44 flat, and you can get a 2-team 7-point teaser minus 140, you get the Falcons plus 11.5, and you get under 37, so the tie pushes you out 20-17. That's probably the best bet. Also, I would look to that Falcons over 19.5 team total. I would look at Bijan to get to the end zone, but I wouldn't put a lot on this, at least me personally. It's just not a game I have a good feel for, which gives me a great point when you're handicapping. If you don't really like the game, don't bet it. Please, you don't have to have action on each and every game. That's how the books win. If you bet everything, you'll never win. Again, the goal is to make money. There might be a college basketball game on the board Thursday, a hockey game, an NBA game. You might be getting ready for NFL Sunday, and you're like, hey, there's these 2 games I like. Why play a loser on Thursday when I really didn't like the game? I go 2-0 on Sunday, but now I've only picked up like 0.8 of a unit because I fooled around with a Thursday game and lost, 1.2 units. So if you love it, bet it. If you don't, or you're on the fence, don't try to make a case. Just take a pass. Best advantage we have as handicappers are we don't have to make the bet. I'm your boy, RJ Cash, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, and information. Whether you fade or follow, I hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.